It's your man Jay Graves, and welcome to the Jay Graves Report College Football Weekly Wrap-Up Week 14. Y'all know how we get it in, so let's get it in. It was Conference Championship weekend last weekend, and it was exciting. Worth all the time and the effort to sit down and watch the game with my feet kicked up in the recliner. Now, let's go into it. The Big 12 was decided not by a conference championship game because the Big 12 doesn't have enough teams to play a conference championship, so it went down to the last game of the season. TCU and Oklahoma. Oklahoma wins this ball game in Fort Worth. Kansas State plays Texas. Kansas State wins the ball game. They split the Big 12 championship. However, Kansas State goes to the Fiesta Bowl, gets the BCS bid because they win a tiebreaker because OU was dull at the crib, turning the ball over 3 times in that ball game. Now, let's move on to the ACC. Number 13, Florida State, plays Georgia Tech. Both these teams were an embarrassment to the ACC a week ago when they got the doors blown off of them by the SEC. But now, Florida State wins this ball game 21-15, so they go to the Orange Bowl to play Northern Illinois. Now, let's stop right there, bruh. Northern Illinois gets the bid over Oklahoma to go to the Orange Bowl. Let's keep it real all the way 100, bruh. Let's talk about some real talk. How in the world does a Northern Illinois team get the bid over not just Oklahoma? LSU didn't make it to the the BCS Bowl, nor did Georgia. Either one of those teams, don't matter to me whether it's Georgia, OU, or LSU, should be playing in that ball game and not Northern Illinois. Now I'll say this: if Jimbo Fisher, Florida State, Chief Osceola, and Renegade don't run them boys out of town and beat the brakes off of them, Jimbo Fisher needs to just go ahead and throw in the towel, dude, and retire. Because you can't let Northern Illinois from the MAC show up in the BCS and even look like they could play ball. That's on some real talk. Now, let's move on to the next game. The Big 10 Championship played in Indianapolis this weekend. The Black Shirts show up. Number 12, Nebraska, comes in 10-2, playing against Wisconsin and came in driving in reverse. These boys backed into the Big 10 Championship because Ohio State couldn't play for the title and Penn State couldn't play for the title. They were third on that side of the ball and came in 7-5 and beat the doors off of Nebraska 70-31. I mean, it was ridiculous. The doggone Nebraska running backs may as well been wearing roller skates, bro. They were sliding up and down the field on these boys. They put more than 400 yards on the ground against the Black Shirts. The Black Shirts need to be walking around this week in pink shirts. They shouldn't ever say anything about a black shirt in the state of Nebraska ever again after giving up 70 points on national TV in the conference championship game. Let's keep it real all the way 100. That was a complete embarrassment. Now, let's move on to the SEC. Now, number 2, Alabama, shows up in the A and plays number 3, Georgia. What do I always say, bruh? I say it all the time. I'm going to keep saying it. Georgia is Mark Richt's Georgia. In my preview the other day, I said specifically, Georgia has more talent than Alabama. Across the board, on defense, they had more NFL players than Alabama could sniff at. They played ball, but they gave up. They were getting gashed on the ground, and they were still in the ball game. They were up 11 points at one point. But at the end of the game, Georgia showed us that they are Mark Richt's Georgia. 15 seconds left on the clock. Instead of the boy Aaron Murray trying to spike the ball, he looked over to the sideline, and nobody gives him direction. So he runs the play. He gets one play out of 15 seconds, bro. Didn't once throw the ball into the end zone. That ain't Aaron Murray's fault. That's coaching. That's Mark Richt's Georgia. Every time I hear somebody start to talk to me about Georgia, just repeat after me. Georgia is Mark Richt's Georgia. Holla at your man. It's your man Jay Graves from the JayGravesReport.com, or you can hit me up on Twitter at JayGravesReport or holla at your boy.